Hello everybody, welcome back, and we are here for some more inverted grid F1 Manager and the conclusion of the season. We have reached the final 3 rounds with, well, now V-Carb, because we of course started the season with Sauber and they were terrible, so we moved and we could lead a team to 3rd in the Constructors' Championship tonight. So yeah, we are looking forward to this. We might also see a brand new world champion crowned. We probably will see Lance Stroll become a world champion on this evening. So lots to get stuck into. Hello to Renz and hello tonight, 2 of our first chatters today. We've got lots to crack on with, so I think I will get straight into things and then we'll get some cars on track. Right, just to catch everybody up then, here's the table of constructors. McLaren leading the way. They'll probably seal the deal this evening as well, ahead of Ferrari, who've kind of bottled this championship. But McLaren have been very strong second half of the season. Mercedes have been decent. Got a win this season with Yuki Tsunoda. We've won a couple of races. I believe we won the last race. We did not. We finished on the podium with both drivers. Piastri won in Mexico. That's the one I was thinking of. So yeah, we're doing all right at RB. And we could, if we have a good final 3 rounds, overturn Mercedes. It's 43 points. So we'd need to take a fair chunk out of them. But we've got 3 Grand Prix and a sprint race to do. In the Drivers' Championship, Valtteri Bottas is our lead guy. He's up in 7th, 189 points. Could finish as high as 6th, ahead of Ocon. Piastri, probably only looking at finishing in 9th. But if he does that, that would help us on our way to beating Mercedes. We need to put some stuff on the car. What you'll also notice there is we have the new 2025 liveries. Thanks to the DLC pack that a bunch of people have created, which is just fantastic. It's very good of them, and it's a beautiful piece of work, and I'm very grateful they took the time to do it. So yeah, we are looking good. Hello to Crazy Plays and hello to David Pacheco. Welcome to the chat, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining me. Let me move my mic a bit closer so you can hear me a little bit more crisply. Right, let's get straight down to business and the Las Vegas Grand Prix. How are we looking in terms of car performance? We're looking all right. We should be all right. Qatar, we could be in for a good result too. Abu Dhabi, maybe not so much, but let's see. We'll go 8th or higher, 10th or higher. There we go. Something keeps knocking here. Might be the plugs. Something just keeps wobbling and knocking around. I feel like it's going to fall off of something. I'm all good, Crazy Plays. Enjoyed the Grand Prix this morning and then the Ferraris got thrown out. But really pleased to see Oscar Piastri bag the W in the McLaren. Very important for the World Championship story that he did that, because what you tend to see in these sorts of situations is maybe one driver wins a few early races and the other teammate is trying to play catch up the whole season. You don't necessarily get that narrative. They've won each of the first 2 races, 1 each. Obviously, Lando has a points advantage because Piastri had the off in Melbourne. So you still got one playing catch up. That's always going to be the case. But I just think they're closer together, and I think we're, even if it's just the 2 McLaren boys who end up winning most of the races, I think we're in for a really interesting title narrative. Right, let's find the setup calculator. Las Vegas. How many wings? No wings. Well, some, just not much. Let's get that done there. There we go. There we go. What did everyone else make of the Grand Prix today? I shared my thoughts in a video earlier when I had to re-record it halfway through editing because the Ferraris and Pierre Gasly were in the midst of being thrown out, so I had to redo everything. Right, Piastri is in 3rd place on the grid. Lovely jubbly. We won't be using the inters. We'll be putting hards, then mediums. I always like to try and finish on the faster tyre, because look, it is just faster. There we go. We go aggressive on the tyres, and look, we're even quicker. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. With Valtteri, we'll do the same, I guess. There we go. Oh, there we go. We need to move that forward. There we go. Excellent. Okay. Let's get some cars on track, because that's what you're here to see. Who's on pole? Well, we'll find out when we manage the session. There we go. Hey, Alvarado. How you doing? Hey, Crispy Bacon. I have read your suggestion. I'll read through it again just to get my head properly around it. But, oh, what is that camera angle? Oh, my God. Super close up of the Williams rear wing. But, yeah, I like the suggestion. It will definitely go under consideration. The Grand Prix was okay, yeah. It was a decent race. It lacked the strategy variety, didn't it? But I think in terms of the narrative, it's just a chapter on the way there. We've got a Ferrari on pole position. What's going... Oh, no, sorry. I was like, why is there a Ferrari on pole? No, it's Zhou, because Ferrari are fast in this game. There we go. There's all the new liveries. The V-carb. Bottas has been pushed wide, but he's still on the track, so it's all good. The McLaren, looking beautiful. What else have we got? Red Bull. Well, no, that's the Aston Martin. What has changed for this year? The Haas, there you go. Obviously, the Alpine. As... shown by Charles Leclerc in the pink and blue. So yeah, we've got all of the new liveries, and we've got cars 3rd and 4th. Shout out to Esteban Ocon, absolutely. Hey, Gossiplan, Tahiti, Ocon P5 the GOAT. Yeah, I mean, a little bit of luck, but you know, if you're there, you can take advantage of the misfortune of others. Why didn't Piastri just go straight through on the inside? Albon should have just forced Albon to make the space available. Anyway, we move. Let's lighten the load on the tyres so we're not killing them. Zhou has pulled out a 1 second lead already. And we now have DRS. It's a fairly straightforward race in Vegas. It's make sure you're in the top 2 come lap 50. Make sure you've got lots of battery on lap 50 and tyres on lap 50. Attack and deploy on the back straight. Use DRS to overtake, win the race. Job done. Oscar Piastri moves into the lead of said race. Bottas is in 3rd. I'm going to ask him to not fight his teammate and just hold position, because we are now 1st and 2nd, lads. Here we go. V-carb. This is how you do it. Not like today, where you could have had points and you didn't. Who's the best rookie? It's a tricky question to answer, isn't it? Antonelli obviously looks fantastic because he's in a stronger machine. Behrman's performance today was very good. Hadjar has been doing a really good job as well in the V-carb. Who else? Bortoleto has had a couple of issues, but I think he's done all right. Who else is there? Lawson's having a terrible time. And who's the other one? Doohan. I think he's done all right, Jack Doohan. Nothing that suggests he should be dropped. He probably will be dropped, though, because the contract is only, 6 races or something, which is crazy. But, yeah, I mean, he did do a lot of testing. But the thing is, what they identified at Mercedes with Kimi Antonelli is he is a prodigal talent. He is a potentially generational talent. If you harness all of that raw skill that he's got, he's a potential multiple world champion. He's that good, and he showed that at times in Australia. And there were a couple of races in Formula 2 last year. Silverstone, the sprint race where it was soaking wet, and the Spa sprint race again, I think, where again it was wet. He was just on another level, and that's the conditions where you really see the car control and the feel for grip that drivers have. And that's where they sort of step up. Best rookie, Hajar or Behrman. I'm not sure Hajar's, in terms of outright ability, is the best. He's certainly quick, but it's all experience, isn't it? All experience. He's got to put it all together. Right, we are now down in second and third. Alex Albon has taken the lead. That's fine. Bottas, and we don't really want you. Tell you what, take that off, and we can start chasing now. Harvest the battery. Piastri down to third. Also, what you'll notice here as well with the DLC is the graphics have slightly updated. No errs. Liam Lawson, the best rookie. I feel so much sympathy for Liam Lawson. He's almost been thrown to the wolves. It was a I get their rationale for putting him in, but there was like next to no data that suggested he was a better option than Tsunoda in terms of pace and being able to deal with the car and driving style. It was all a mentality sort of thing, but that mentality comes from experience. The mentality they want in terms of not getting yourself bogged down. Liam doesn't have the bank of experience to draw on to dig himself out of a hole. You compare that to Lewis Hamilton. I know that they're opposite ends of the experience spectrum, but Lewis Hamilton came out of Australia and said, I'm going to make some changes with this car and how it's set up. I'm going to drive the direction in which we get the car operating. Liam Lawson, he can make suggestions, he might have some ideas, but he will probably be being led by the engineering team at Red Bull. As we prepare to bring Valtteri Bottas in for a pit stop, he is leading the race. He's doing a lovely job. Oscar Piastri is also due to pit this lap. We've got ourselves in a bit of a pickle here, lads. That's not good, is it? Piastri's going to have to do an extra lap. In fact, he's just got ahead. He's just got ahead of Bottas. Okay, so Piastri's going to do an extra lap behind Ocon. That didn't work out as planned, did it? Thanks, David. Appreciate it. Hey, Louis. How you doing? Good to see you in the chat. Crazy how VCARB's strategy was somehow worse than Ferrari's. I know. Italian teams, in strategy. Who'd have thought? Right, Piastri pops out just behind Bottas. So that hasn't worked out terribly for us. So yeah, Lawson doesn't have the experience to drive the direction of setup like a Lewis Hamilton would, a Fernando Alonso would, or even, let's say, Tsunoda. If you're just going to take an obvious example, Tsunoda's been through those ups and downs, and to be fair, there were points where Tsunoda probably looked like he could be out of a drive. But because of the Honda backing, he's been allowed that time to stay in the seat, and he's now harnessing everything. And I think this is the problem with the Red Bull situation. Like, they're so hell bent on making megastars, they forget that actually what you need is a reliable number two. And I think they realise that. I think they know that. But in terms of balancing the team, you need to give the driver time in VCARB or Racing Bulls as we get a virtual safety car. And that is a McLaren. Oh dear. Alex Albon is in the wall. Broken front wing. What has happened to Albano?
Stay close to the reference.
Albon crashed at turn 2. He's following a Ferrari and a Mercedes. And he's dropped it into the wall and it's exploded him across the track. Unbelievable. pure dejection for the mechanics. I'm going to start my replay buffer just to capture any crazy moments. Oh, he's been exploded across the track.
Oh.
It is crazy. Rigged! It's like Mario Kart at times, this game, isn't it? Okay, so let's take a moment for breath. 6th and 8th for us.
Okay. Yes, is.
So yeah, Sonoda's been allowed that time in the car and in the sport to hone his talents. He's not the shouty, ranty Yuki that we knew from 2021. He is now much more polished and ready to go into that Red Bull environment, but that Red Bull environment needs to be tamed. The problem is they're so determined you have to be within X amount of Max Verstappen. Actually, if you just said drive the car, you know, maximise what you can out of the car, we will take care of the rest. There's a way that they can facilitate that and just calm things down a little bit. Otherwise you get this furore of, oh, this driver isn't meeting the benchmark of where they need X driver to be. It becomes confidence sapping then. Obviously Liam is struggling with a car that is not working for him, and the balance just isn't giving him confidence to drive at the level we know he can. So that's a bit of a chicken and egg situation. What do you fix first? Do you fix the car or do you fix the driver? What comes first? So there are many facets to that situation. Hey Ty, how you doing? That crash looks like my crashes when I was playing with cars when I was 5. Absolutely. I doubt Red Bull will ever allow for the second driver to feel safe. They want 2 excellent drivers. And so they should want 2 excellent drivers, but they turned down the opportunity to sign Carlos Sainz. So that tells you their whole driver model. It's Max Verstappen plus 1. And that plus 1 needs to just finish in 5th and 6th. Or 3rd when Verstappen wins. So it's a real balance. Hey Ben, how you doing? Oh, Ty and David, you seem to know each other. Right, we need to stop running out of fuel, which has happened in this save. And our drivers are also battling each other. Bottas has just got past with DRS and is now pulling away. But we are chasing down Zhou Guanyu, who is leading the race. Both Nerobax viewers. He's a good guy. He has been very helpful for this channel. The guide on development, super useful. I may have put it into a Word document and then it's just stored on the other screen when I need it. It may have made an appearance in my Discord server, and I may have called that appearance out as I recognise this for word. Don't you, Pulse Potato, putting my work in the Discord server as a surprise. Louis, did you see that Heathrow was shut on Friday? I did, yes. That was quite interesting. Doesn't affect me because I wasn't flying anywhere.
Let's get ready.
But obviously, if you were flying somewhere, that would have been a mighty nuisance. He did do the Viewers' Championship. Yeah, he did. That's something we're going to look to do at some point in the coming weeks. I have a list of experiment videos, and having viewers and Discord members as the drivers is definitely one of them. What are my thoughts on how this buggy mess of a game has been? As in F1 Manager 24, I think it's been great. I don't mind a few bugs in here and there and things like wild things happening, like the explosive wall. It's all part of the fun. Like back in the day, you'd get games where weird things would happen, but you loved them for it. And I think that's what you have to sort of buy into. We have a safety car. Kevin Magnussen, for a moment, had no wheels.
Safety car, safety car.
He is out of the race.
Follow them.
What's happened to K-Mag? He's... I love the way they crash sometimes. They just drive so aggressively at the wall and ping. Amazing, amazing. K-Mag was also our closest championship challenger to Lance Stroll, who will probably now become world champion. Bottas, oh, this has worked like a dream. He's now going to be leading the race. Piastri might gain a couple of positions, but Bottas will he'll pop out in third. Piastri is fifth. Okay. Pourchaire and Tsunoda are going to the end. They're going to be on dead tyres. That's all good. His remaining rear wing was floating. I know, it's just such a weird visual glitch, isn't it? Two of the leading contenders out of this race. Let's conserve the tyres. Okay. I love the angle at which they've drawn Las Vegas on the graphic. But you can see it's just a pig. There's its feet, there's its back legs, snout. It just needs a little tail. Yeah, definitely get on it, Crazy Plays. I mean, obviously you've got the no drag save, so go and have some more fun with that.
All good.
Right, we are ready to restart the race.
Perfect. We focus on the car ahead now. No lift off. Perfect. We will not need lift off. Copy. Safety car is pulling away. Racing from the line.
Do the pit liners a tail? That doesn't make sense. Haley.
Went out there. He's out of the track.
I do have an F124 league. I also have a race to win here. So, we're back underway. Tsunoda leads from Pourchaire, not anymore. Red Bull have realised who the superior team is. Bottas moves into second. Maybe he's a candidate for the second Red Bull seat if Mercedes would let him go. Oh, then the pit lane will finish the pig. It will. Do the do the pit lane as a tail. Yes, with you now. Here comes Valtteri Bottas, and within a space of a lap, he hasn't taken the lead. Jump on board. Piastri is up to third. There we go. DRS is enabled. And we are now in prime position to take the lead. We don't want to take it here yet, Valtteri. Now we can deploy. We've got DRS. When? Now. Here we go. Bye, Yuki. Can't quite get them both through.
Battery is on the low side.
But we are into the lead with Valtteri Bottas. Now we can try and get Piastri through as well. There he goes. Oscar Piastri into second place. Let the squabble begin. I'm just going to let them fight it out. Ocon's moved into second. He could be a threat actually on those soft tyres. There he is. He's being a threat. Esteban Ocon moves into second place. Bottas defends. And Piastri with the double overtake. Come on. That was brilliant. Let's have a look at this. We had the onboard front facing. Now we're going to get the onboard backwards facing. Very slow on the apex, but we got the job done. Nicely done. Papaya rules not on this channel because we don't know what papaya rules really are. Albon already destroyed everything except side pods in free practice. Wow. No underfloor as well. Gosh. Ocon's dropped back to 4th. We can attack, actually. We could build a gap to that lot, potentially. Oh, yeah. We've left Ocon behind. He's not getting DRS now. We'll let our 2 drivers fight it out. There they are, side by side. Incredible scenes here on the streets of Las Vegas. Right, let's let it unfold. We've got 4 laps to go. It's giving you a Ferrari 4-stop strategy. Madness. Piastri fighting off Bottas. He's got slightly worse tyres. Zhou and Ocon have been left to fight over the final step on the podium. You put all the drivers on 0 rated as well. They've got cars they can't control and they've got no skill. Brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. Right, Piastri remaining ahead. Interestingly. Sargent found a seat. Yeah, he seems to always make a comeback. In my save with Antonelli, where I took him to the World Championship, it was Ricciardo and Sargent ended up in the V-carbs, which was crazy. Right, let's fast forward to the final lap and see how this all shakes out. Bottas has the advantage. That's the state of play. They're both on the same instructions. It's down to the drivers. Piastri looking around the outside, gets the inside line for the next corner and takes the lead. But it's going to hand Bottas DRS for the final run down the strip. Here we go. Bottas pulls out of the slipstream. Don't really want to be doing that. I want to stay in the tow. He's got DRS now. Here comes the Finnish driver. Could you imagine if they crashed here? Should be alright. Oh, Piastri hanging it out around the outside. Can he get the job done? He can. Oscar Piastri's going to win the race. Bottas couldn't get it done. But it's a magnificent 1-2 finish for the V-Carb team. Come on! Brilliant.
Very nicely done, everyone.
Oh, Piastri's second win of the day. And where is he? Lance Stroll is now the world champion, I would think. Considering Magnussen crashed out. But a 1-2 finish for the Racing Bulls team. Lovely stuff.
Well done, guys. Good job.
Get the champagne out. I haven't got any champagne, but I can offer you some orange juice. McLaren have sealed probably both championships. There's Piastri looking very odd in the V-Carb overalls. Look at that. Imagine that as a podium this season. That would be one heck of a podium, wouldn't it? Not least because Bottas would be racing. Excellent stuff. Still rigged. Yeah, I'm not sure Albon would have been able to win the race. But still. Shout out to one of my channel members, Sean MRV, who's just been racing in a league race in the EGRL. And he's come home second in the feature race in Formula 2. So well done to Sean. Hopefully he'll be in the chat soon. Right, we move up 2 and 3 places. Ocon up 3, Zhou down 3 from pole position. In the drivers, Piastri moves up to 9th. Could he catch Pourchaire? Probably not. Need to win both races at least. 7 podiums so far this season for Bottas. 3 sprint wins. 2 Grand Prix wins for Piastri. And obviously remember, he was dominating in Kota and we ran out of fuel. Which was all on me. That was all my fault. Constructors. We are now just 12 points behind Mercedes. It's game on for 3rd in the World Championship. Hey James, you got a P2 and P4. Nicely done. Good job. Good job. So these are the guys behind the DLC. You can access it on overtake.gg. It's only available to PC users though. Right, we are going to sim the entire Qatar weekend and then we will go straight to Abu Dhabi. Engine in poor condition. We need to take a grid drop. Fabulous. How's the engine looking here? Not great. We'll have to change that after Qatar. Cost cap limit. We are $4 million away from the limit. So if we buy a new engine, we're breaking the cost cap. Do I care? No. Not a bit. Not a one. Well, maybe we play Qatar's Grand Prix. Right, let's sim to the sprint. Bottas is on pole. Good job, Valtteri. What else does the grid look like? So it's Bottas, then the McLarens, then the Red Bulls, then Piastri. And we're ahead of the Mercs. Okay, so opportunity to gain ground. Let's see what happens when we simulate this. Oh, the McLaren's got us. Bottas did a Bottas and went backwards. Piastri moves up. So that is 10 points scored versus Mercedes 3. We're now just 5 points behind them. Albon 1. Yeah, delight for Alvarado and for Justin, who is not here yet. Even if half the grid is out, Ferrari finds a way to still be last. Classic Ferrari. Alright, so that's good points. We should find ourselves ahead of Mercedes then after this race. The setups are terrible. We'll deal with it. Piastri down to 14th. He had qualified 4th. That's an interesting strategy. Have we got any medium tyres left? No. Is the answer. Do I want to go full ham on the tyres like that? Not particularly. Hamilton lapped 5 times, gets a point. Brilliant. Bottas. Yeah, 2 sets of hards. Interesting stuff. I'm going to create a very similar database and we're going to play through it. But first, we have a race in Qatar to win. Always fascinates me on Qatar, the cars, as you see, they're all really close together on the grid. Max Verstappen in a Sauber, everybody. Oh, nice one, David. I'll look out for you in there. The bros broing out in the Sauber garage. Fuzzy clock. There's a few things that have changed and it doesn't quite work as it might do. Careful not to make the drag too high, otherwise the cars won't move. I'll have a look at the database that you submitted and just sort of see what to do as a guidance. What's in your last message? 32.4 around Bahrain. That's a decent lap time. That'll do. Hey, Jermatt. How was your F2 outing? Bottas up into second. Good lad. Sorry, Alvarado. It's at Albon's expense. Now we can get after the world champion. If it's like 30 quadrillion %, it still works. I might just use your database and then copy the number and then just input it. Maybe I'll then just I was thinking, should I just pick tracks and make a calendar with all like super fast low drag circuits? Like Baku 5 times, Monza 4 times.
Keep an eye on the battery.
The usual bottling, oh dear. We are murdering tyres.
And try to cool down the tyres while you can. It's slightly coming up.
Oh yeah, copy.
Hey Optics, how you doing? You've missed us win the Las Vegas Grand Prix. Those of you who turned up late. It was a stunning win. 1-2 finish as well. Oh, okay, maybe we won't do that. Albon in P3. Yeah? It's doing alright. You're bedridden at the moment. Just put Hungary in the calendar. It'll be fine. Hungary will be in there. Why are we watching Stroll? We want Bottas and Piastri. Because we were looking after tyres. So we are slower than we should be. Let's pick up the pace. Make every race a sprint weekend. That's an experiment video. How's Piastri getting on? Right, he's all over the back of Drogovic for the final points position. DRS opens up and through goes the Australian. Hey Sean. The engines sound better with no drag, sound like a rocket. I look forward to it. Hey Alfie, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Oh, nice one, Track Tom. I'll check those out. Excited for the drag streams. If they're drag streams, that could be a completely different thing. I was just going to say, we need to get this race to the first set of stops, and Porsche comes into the pit lane. So we are now freed up a bit to go after, well, I say go after the McLarens. We could have gone after them. But they're going to run away, it looks like. They're going to be quick. Yellow flags. Oh dear. We've got a broken Gasly. What has happened here? Magnussen down the inside. Oh, contact, and oh, they're stopping in front of Piastri. Where's the Aston going? It's just swerving across the road. Love that. Piastri's right on them. Sean has gifted a membership to Fizzy. Welcome to the members, Fizzy. Five seconds for Magnussen. He did it again. This time I didn't drive off the track. Appreciate the support, Sean. Right, Piastri lost so much time in his first stint. Porsche has been able to come out ahead of him from a pit stop. Hamilton went into the stratosphere, still no elite, I know. Sean is amazing. Sean is a legend. If you haven't, well, I'm guessing most of you haven't met Sean, but those of us who have in the Discord, Sean is a delight. The VCs are always a better and more fun place when Sean arrives. We are going all good, Alfie. We won our first race of the evening in Las Vegas. A nice 1-2 finish. Oscar Piastri holding off his teammate Valtteri Bottas on the final lap. Don't forget Shaunita Berry. How could I not? How could I not? So yeah, we won the first race in Vegas, which has got the stream off to a good start. We are now a few points behind Mercedes for third in the Constructors. Bottas is coming to the pit lane, and there's a chance for us to do some damage with Piastri, who's now in fifth.
Copy.
Put on another set of hards.
Copy.
There's plenty of space between them to double stack. Hamilton is still trying to steer his car. Vito, try and win the championship with Shaunita Berry. You'd have to get me the stats that she had on your save, Ben. Let's get the tyres up to temperature. Oh, how did your first season with Williams go, Alfie? Talking of Williams, I am in the process of recording the second season of the Williams Return to Glory with no wind tunnel and no CFD. So we are preparing for the rule change in 2026. Shaunita Berry needs to be in the Hall of Fame. Thank you for the super chat. Gonna There we go. She absolutely does. Sonoda with a lock up. That's good because we need Mercedes in the mud. Hulkenberg, though, is third. And we are catching him, I think. Oh, yeah, we are. We're going to absolutely gobble him up. It is a dancing avocado. I know, I couldn't change it, I don't think. So it's just a dancing avocado. It's the Daniel Avocado. Try and win the Champions League with Aaron Hooper. Track Tom, what was your question? Alfie, a podium and fifth in the Constructors. Nice. Yeah, go find that save, Ben. Should I record a lap of me setting a time around Bahrain? Yeah, if you want to. It's up to you, Thomas. Don't have enough money for Aaron to buy a KFC. Oh, I don't need any more takeaway foods. We're going to push with the fuel because we don't need the excess weight that's slowing us down. Bottas, can you catch Hulkenberg and can you pass him, please? Because you've got... Is that Ocon right behind you? Yes. Yes, it is Ocon right behind you. You underfuel the cars and you still win. Yeah. Underfueling is powerful. I don't always do it though, because sometimes it's just too much of a faff to have to manage the fuel. And when you conserve fuel, you do lose a lot of time. Oh geez, remember when the chicken mayo was 99p? Yep. I do remember. You don't know what happened to Stroll. Oh, bit of lag there. Oscar, what are you doing? Let's use some of that battery. Utilise the battery. We have utilised all the battery with Bottas. And we're still not past Hulkenberg. Bottas, what are you doing? And now Hulkenberg's driven away. I don't get it. We're on better tyres. We've got a better car. We're about to lose a place to Pourchaire, who I think is on a 3-stop. Looks like a McLaren 1-2. Yeah, looks like it. I thought we might have a chance of winning this, but McLaren have been absolutely dominant. Pourchaire's passed both our both Bottas and Hulkenberg, but they're stopping earlier. We did find the tracks on Google Maps. You're right. That segment kind of died a death, as did the F1 Gods bit. Joker took his car to the beach. Please send us a clip of that. If that's like Miami or something and he ends up in the ocean. Oh, I'm so looking forward to doing that save. Right, let's get ourselves to the final stint of this race, where we're going to have better tyres than basically everybody ahead of us. Second set of hards incoming for Bottas.
Box.
It's Abu Dhabi. Then he definitely is on the beach, isn't he?
Okay, Max.
With all the celebrities. Only 10 drivers remaining. Part of me is like, I wish I was watching this because it'd just be chaos at every corner. Okay, let's get Piastri in for a set of soft tyres, because we've munched through all the mediums. Hey Martin Magic, who's leading the championship? Well, Lance Stroll has actually won the World Championship. There he is. He won the World Championship in our previous race in Las Vegas. Mostly thanks to Kevin Magnussen crashing out. But yeah, Stroll has been the man to beat for much of this season. We won that race with Oscar Piastri. There he is, his second win of the day, adding to his win in China this morning. It was rigged though. Oh, can't wait for Perez to fly into Sean's garden in the German. I love your humour. Papa Stroll must be proud. Yeah, he might be, but also his team are not doing so well because I don't know, maybe because they don't have Stroll. But yeah, the McLarens have been very, very good. Enjoy your KFC meal, don't tell Ollie. Thank you, Sean. Thank you very much. Right, we've stopped quite late. There's 10 laps to go. We could be either in a very good position or in a Slightly less profitable position. Pourchaire is in. Now we're going to pass Ocon down the inside. Go on, get it in there. Come on. Or don't. No. There we go. That's it. Sometimes the overtakes on this game don't make sense. Albon is winning for Alvarado and for Justin. But Stroll is going to be catching him very quickly. Sargent only got 10 seconds for an 11-car crash. Amazing. Sean is being very generous today. He is, yes. And we appreciate it.
Okay, keep an eye on your battery.
Copy.
Right, now we can hunt down Hulkenberg. And actually, we need to pass him this time, Valtteri. You got half the grid disqualified. How did they get disqualified, Martin? Right, we need to get past the Mercedes here. Come on, Valtteri. Get the slipstream. DRS. There we go. Job done. Deploy the battery. No, go away, Hulkenberg. We don't like you today. Can we pull out the second we need? Yes, we can. Job done.
We don't have enough battery.
We don't have any more battery. We do not. You will not have the battery. So Stroll has caught and passed Albon. But they're coming up to a whole load of traffic. And Bottas is fast at the moment. You don't know. You went to do your dinner and come back and everyone got disqualified. Brilliant. Just come back and like, what? What's just happened? Alvarado, I think we might be pinching second place off of Albon. Our tyres are in very good shape, actually. So we can push a bit more. Final lap. Go. Oh, Albon might be safe.
Copy.
Why am I not pushing with fuel? To be honest, I thought we had enough pace not to. Turns out we did not. Albon should be safe in second. Multi-21 save, yeah, multi-21. Don't give me depression. I don't want to give anyone depression. That would make me depressed. Piastri on his soft tyres has gone nowhere because he was in Nowheresville. Where's Stroll? Here he is. The new world champion is going to win his first race as the world champion. There he goes. P1 for Stroll, and it's a McLaren 1-2. Okay. Bottas takes third, and that moves us slightly closer, and then we'll move ahead of Mercedes with Piastri's P8.
Good job.
The pace was there. Stop at the bridge. P1 waits for the dash. On P0.
There we go. 8th place for Piastri. That should move us ahead of Mercedes in the constructors because Tsunoda was 15th. There we go. Stroll, the race winner. There's the standings, Martin. Lance Stroll is the world champion. He's over 100 points clear of Magnussen now. That's bonkers. The thing is, Magnussen won so many races early on in the season and then has just done nothing since about Canada. Albon's going to finish second in the championship. Zhou won the first race of the season way back when. Bottas now up to 5th. I didn't think he would catch Sonoda, but he has. K-Mag was cooking. He is no longer cooking. He burnt the house down. Piastri won't catch Porsche. And we do edge ahead of Mercedes by 2 points. You're 4th in the Fantasy League despite picking Stroll both times. Love that. Yeah, if you want to get involved in the Fantasy League that we've got going on with the community, let me find the link for everybody. Formula One Gaming Fantasy Leagues. Here is the link code. There you go. Porsche looks like a villain in his photo. Where is he? Yeah, he does look like a Bond villain a little bit, doesn't he? For DRS on Sonoda. And as long as it wasn't Gasly or Leclerc or Hamilton. Cost cap limit. We are 3 million away from breaking it. Who cares? Not me. Theo's French, so it'd work with his villain style. The link is in the Discord. It should be somewhere in there. I can put it in there in a bit though. Everything has failed on the car. Kings and weird camera angles. Screenshot them. Please screenshot them. Or at least clip them. So I love things like that. Just weird things happening. Right. We are going to the final race of the season. Yes, please play some more F1 Manager, Sean. Bottas on the pole position for the season finale. There we go. We can go a bit quicker in the middle stint. Piastri will start 4th. Let's see if we can finish off this season with a victory. Got the McLaren alongside us on the front row. Here come the lights then for the final time with the inverted grid. Got to do the instructions, but it's all fine. Bottas has made a decent start.
We can push flat out on tyres. A venting button. Yeah.
And it is Stroll who is challenging him, the world champion. Magnussen starts last. Good thing he's not in a title decider. It'd be very difficult starting from P last. More gifted memberships from Sean. This time to Lumi High. What do I have to say on that awesome performance? I did speak about this earlier, but I just think he doesn't have the experience to lean on in terms of getting himself out of this sort of situation. So he's reliant on the team, and clearly the team aren't able to give him a car that gives him confidence. There's many factors that play into that. The way it needs to be, it's being designed to suit the driving style of Verstappen to get the most out of him. Just generally, these cars can be a little bit tricky.
Reminder on the battery.
No,
Battery's run out. Let's just change that. David is into the Community League and is already second. Lovely. Sean spent like 30 quid. Yeah, it's completely random. It's not like in, I think on Twitch you can choose who they go to. On YouTube it's just completely random. There's been a yellow flag in Sector 1 for 20 laps. Someone throw the safety car. Right, while I've been managing an eyelash in my eye, Bottas has got himself up into second and then promptly fallen down to third. Piastri remains in fourth. You got the game to crash. Oh dear. Do you think Lawson is heading to the Dominican Republic? Dominican under 19 karting lead? Maybe not quite that far. But it doesn't look good. That much is for certain. Right, Bottas leads again. No, he doesn't. Pourchaire's got back in front. We're still squabbling away. And with the Durs back into P1. You wish it wasn't random. It would be good if it wasn't random, because then we could reward people for being in chat and engaging. But that's one rule that I don't make. On a serious note, he's definitely not been good enough so far. But also, it's only 2 races. I think if this was to continue over the first 6, 7, 8 races, you can say, well, actually, it's just fundamentally not working. This would be a knee-jerk reaction to a couple of very bad weekends. But those weekends have been very bad. I don't think he should be dropped. And if they do drop him, they absolutely have to put Tsunoda in, because he's literally the only option they have. Oscar's dropped down to P5. What are you doing there, mate? You okay there? Let's deploy the battery. We're down to 6th. Great. Even better. Should get back up to 5th with the Durs. We do. Norris's suspension is questionable. Let's finish the season with a daily Hungarian lesson. Yes, let's. Got 404 points already. Wow. How do we say Lawson deserves more time in Hungarian? It is a very close field, yeah, because the whole top 20 were covered by like 1.1 seconds yesterday for qualifying, which is extraordinarily close. By the way, we're now 1st and 2nd because we haven't stopped. This is the last race. It's the last race of the series. Looking forward to those crazy plays.
Let's get ready.
Copy.
The 25 mod makes the crashes even better. Looking forward to it. Lawson Tob Idot Ered Demel. Lawson deserves more time. Tyres are not good for Oscar.
Copy.
Let's bring him in then. Let's bring Bottas in too. We'll just box a bit early and we won't push as hard. Magnussen has spun. Good thing he's not fighting for the title anymore. But Albon, with what's going on here? Oh, Tsunoda's just crashed. Oh dear. I've just been saying it, you know, how he deserves a chance at Red Bull. Drive straight off the track. How am I able to pronounce that? I'm just guessing, really, Sean.
Fighting, welcome back, pit exit.
Another V-carb double stack. Average Yuki reaction, absolutely. I love how they put those in there. And then Ben Sulayem was like, yeah, we're going to have no swearing on the team radios. And then the game's less like, well, Albon winning. And not anymore, he's boxed. Yes, there are much harder things. I've been asked to say them. Let's push on the fuel to appease Sean, our Thunder-in-Chief.
Battery is on the low side.
Understood.
I was just going to say that Charles Leclerc's in for a... he's up to 9th. He's battling with Drugovich. Can the whole top 5 crash out? I mean, if it was the Crazy Place save, yes, they might. They really might. Oh, Bottas might not make the finish. Risk. Very high. Because we didn't change the engine. Up to P4 with Bottas. We can be a bit more aggressive now with the tyres. Now who's crashed? Oh, too late. I've already changed it. I've already forgotten to. Oh, that was George Russell having a collision.
And we have margin to push a little bit more on the tyres.
It was Sainz and Russell. Right, Valtteri up to 3rd. Piastri still only 7th. Box, retire the car. Not only the Mercedes are... just two cars left in a race. Bottas up to 2nd place. And we can pretend we're him. You can just feel the air rippling through our moustache, and we're just going to cut the corner. It's fine. Don't worry. Stewards didn't see a thing. Hamilton with a spin. We won't watch that. We don't need to see that. Been enough Hamilton misery today. Is Ocon on the podium? So a few of these guys are going to have a nice big undercut on us, like Stroll, Pourchaire, who else? Maybe Gasly. Gasly probably needs to stop again. But we're going to have a big advantage come the final 18 laps. Let's get to that point. Albon in early as well. He'll undercut us. How is Piastri nearly 14 seconds behind? Another double stack incoming. Here we go then. Bottas into the pit lane. Remember your turn-in point. Make sure it's perfect. Stop's good. 2.5 seconds. That'll do. We're quite a way behind Stroll. Slow stop for Piastri. 5.6. Well, he's not getting on the podium. We are 11 seconds behind Stroll, and we've got a dodgy engine. Doable? Possibly. Everyone's DNF'd. Oh my god. How many points? How many Sauber points have they got? 29, I think it was. So we got a second place. Did we get second place?
Copy.
Or was it like a top 5 or something with Verstappen in Monaco? We had like a crazy race there. Right, we are quicker than Stroll. And we'll get some DRS. Stroll just loves to lead these random championships, doesn't he? Verstappen is he's up in 12th. He might even nick a point from there. Okay, Bottas is now 3 seconds behind Stroll. Perez has done his thing. Lots of faults, yeah. It's like looking at a bag of Satsumas here. Piastri still only 7th place. What would I do if Hamilton was DSQ'd from the sprint? I would actually cry. The race ends at lap 47, so they won't get full. Will they get 4 points for that? Right, here we go. Bottas is in DRS range on the race leader. Let's harvest the battery. Make sure we've got plenty of juice. Down the inside, cut the corner. Didn't get the job done though. We'll stack up the ERS again. Harvest into the hairpin. And then we will deploy a Mundo out of the chicane. Attack on the tyres. Valtteri Bottas takes the lead of the race. Oh, hello Sauber. That's Alonso getting completely in the way. Although I think he's got in the way of Stroll as well, which is fantastic. Our old employee doing us a favour. And there you go. Bottas is back into the lead where he started the race. We should pull away here and win the final round. Piastri's just passed Albon. Let's have a look at that. DRS down the big back straight. And that was easy enough. We're going to cut the corner again. Don't mind if we do. Just the 830 million left. Love that. Let's deploy the battery. Push with the fuel. We've put 6 seconds on Stroll because his hard tyres are falling apart. We are pushing Piastri now.
No DRS available, no DRS available.
Probably go attacking on the tyres there actually.
Keep focus, we get him, we get him.
That's a Williams. It's going to give Piastri DRS. Now he's in range on the Mercedes. That bloody catering. High catering bills for crazy plays. Or is it the medicine costs for the recovery of the drivers after all the accidents? Just want to point out Ferrari are having a disaster. They're 14th and 16th in this race. Piastri. Oh, he's already passed him. Hey, Tom. Is Hulkenberg going to have DRS here? Can he challenge us? He might do. Oh, that is a horrendous race, crazy place. No wonder you wanted to uninstall the game. I thought that was a very cool save, Jermatt. It's a very, very original idea.
Very important. 1 second more liftoff.
Right,
We need to push.
we've reached the final lap of the inverted grid. When am I going to do a Viewers' Championship? I don't know yet. It's on my list of saves to do. I don't remember which date I had it penciled in for, but I will put a message out when I'm going to do it. But first of all, we need to celebrate another victory. Piastri got one in Vegas. We weren't ever close enough to getting the win in Qatar, but Bottas has been superb in this race. He's had a dodgy engine and everything to cope with, but he wins the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. And he is delighted. Lance Stroll will come home for second. We put 23 seconds on him. 11 to catch him. Well, 10, just over 10 to catch him, and then 13 and a half once we got past him.
That's it.
Piastri picks up fourth, and that is third place in the constructors for Racing Bulls. Someone has run out of fuel. Oh my gosh, Charles Leclerc was on for a point and has run out of fuel, giving it to Verstappen. Tsunoda also ran out of fuel, but just after the line. Oh my god, there's the line. He's so close, and yet he's run out of fuel. Oh dear. He's so close. Safety car deployed. Incredible. Where's Tsunoda? The safety car should be... Oh dear. Brilliant. The safety car's just leaving the pit lane now. There's your race winner. When you play on hard, they now run out of fuel. It's a crazy thing. Brilliant. Another victory to wrap up the season for us. So that is Lance Stroll as your world champion. Alex Albon finishes second. He only just managed to get ahead of Magnussen, even though Magnussen had an absolute stinker. Ferrari, who were strong in the early races, just capitulated in the second half of the year. Bottas only finishing 3 points behind Zhou. Unbelievable. Ocon gets ahead of Tsunoda. And Piastri ends up 9th. McLaren win the Constructors ahead of Ferrari. And then VCARB are the best of the rest. 406 points in the end. And Red Bull only 6th with Drogovic and Porsche. I'd like to see the performance chart over the year. What for this one? High board confidence. There we go. Amazing. Well, there you go. We have reached the end of the Inverted Grid series. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey, everybody. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do next. I know I said we're going to do the low drag save, but I don't know whether I want to do that as a video or as a series, a stream series. I'll have a think and we'll get something sorted out. But yeah, we will be back with more chaos, more excitement and more F1 chat. So thank you everyone for joining me. If you are a returning chatter, great to see you again. If you're a new chatter, welcome along. There's a Discord link in the description. David has already clicked it and joined us. You can see all of Crazy Plays' crazy plays, and you can hear all of our thoughts on the happenings on F1 and keep up to date with what's happening in the community F1 24 League as well. So thank you so much, everybody. I'll see you next time. You're the best fans, and remember, be fast or be last.